I'm just prepping my Bitburger for what's to come.
Yes.
It's very important to make sure it knows what's going to happen.
It is. It is. Yeah.
I had to calm it down, say, shh, it's going to be okay.
For those of you not watching, Chris just had a magical
moment
that he thought was alone with his Bitburger.
Oh, I'm never alone with you.
I'm here.
When you're with me, we're always together. Once again,
he's talking to the Bitburger.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh, that's very nice.
We have these adorable 11.2 ounce cans. Get them at Ken's Market, $20 and something for a 12er.
Oh, it's perfect.
You can grab it by the handle and take it to the beach. Whatever you want. Scott Baver called me out of the blue the other day just because he said he was enjoying one of these and just wanted to talk to me about it.
Do you think he thinks of you every time he drinks one?
I hope so.
Because
I hope he thinks about me when he does a lot of things. He's dreamy, man.
Ooh,
that guy is.
Chris has a new crush.
I might have a new Bitburger crush. Sorry,
crush.
Sebastian, you're out.
Sebastian was already out.
Oh yeah, who was in?
I don't know. You've kind of expressed
in and out and in and out.
Was it Constantine? No.
Well, Constantine's always one of my favorite. He called me my birthday. He's so great.
Yeah.
Hi, Stan. Hope you're watching. He says he watches, and I have a wonderful voice.
You do have a wonderful voice.
Yep. Okay, the podcast.
Voice for radio.
This is the podcast.
It is.
What do we do on the stupid podcast? 29th episode.
Oh, God. My neck hurts so bad. Turning and looking at you is hard, so I'm going to stare at the camera a lot. It's fine. Everything's fine.
So the podcast, you know what it's about. We talk about the bar stuff and stuff.
We talk about bars and stuff and your bars and stuff.
The last episode with Brave Franco was awesome.
That was such a good episode.
Yeah.
And you let him cook.
Let him cook?
You didn't cut him off.
Well, he had good things to say.
I know, but you cut every other guest off.
I know.
I guarantee you, if we let the other guests speak out, they'd be like, yeah, Chris.
Well, I think I respect him probably the most out of all the other guests so far.
I think that's what it said.
Because I know the past guests don't listen anymore, so they get on the pod, they said so great, and then they don't listen.
Even future guests, like Ray. Ray never listened.
Ray never listened. So we decided yesterday we just do this for ourselves.
Yeah, we do. This is it. We've been begging you to subscribe, and you haven't been following.
You haven't done this.
Yeah, you haven't subscribed, so now it's just for personal gain.
I'm going to open this beer. I've been thinking about this since I was at Car Toys this morning.
Prost.
Let's just do this.
Yeah, that's good. My last sip of Bitburger was like 7 hours ago.
Bat time, 10:19.
Oh, that's pretty early for us. I feel like normally we don't start recording till almost 11.
Yep. Okay, so the episode today is Expect the Unexpected. Because there's always a lot of things happening at these bars and restaurants of ours, and all the bars and restaurants that you don't know what's going to happen when you get into the day.
Yeah,
Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
And you try to prepare for it, and sometimes you don't. So we're just going to go through that today. I think it's going to be fun because we get blindsided a lot, and it's really fun to see how people react. So the German word of the day today is unvorhergesehen. Unvorhergesehen.
Is that as obvious as it sounds?
Yeah.
Unforeseen?
Unforeseen. You got it. Ding, 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 ding. Unforeseen.
Our cans don't clink.
Unvorhergesehen.
Our cans don't make the clinking sound when we cheers.
I'm sorry.
We probably need glassware next time.
Well, I can maybe get a sound effect for the chink.
Ooh, because you want to drink
chink.
out of the little stubby cans. You don't want it in a glass.
Because
they're too cute.
So cute. So I just got back from Maui again.
God damn, dude. You guys, you hear me, right? He's out of town all the time.
And
all the time.
Everyone's like, "How was it?" And I said, "I got bored."
Oh my God!
Got bored in Maui.
Shut the fuck up.
I know, but I was by myself, and the island was really dead, and I got a little bored. It's okay. It happens. I was happy to come home, which is also pretty fucked up. So I'm sorry.
Okay, whatever.
Couple things at Maui Beach Street we mentioned before.
Your breakfast place, your coffee place.
Yep, been going since I was for 20 years. They've been open for 20 years, and a couple years ago they had Chad, the guy that owns the place, said, "Hey Chris, you've been coming for so long. We're building this big wall of pictures on outside here of all of our customers over the last 20 years. Do you have any pictures of yourself and your daughter? Because you always come here." So I sent him some pictures of her when she was like 8 weeks old, and my little fucking Bjorn, and then a little older and a little older. and nothing happened.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I got my first day. I went
Island life. You
and
know what
got
I mean?
coffee, and I noticed a new flat screen TV up on the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what's that? And they were showing pictures.
Cute.
And lo and behold, there was Sonia and I up there on the pictures, on the old picture tube.
That's such
the
a
old
smart
boob
idea.
tube. And it was really cool because it made me feel welcome to the island. Because I'm like, oh, that's pretty sweet.
It's a smart idea because, they get people. I mean, you go down there more than once a year, but, the family vacations once a year and you go to your places.
It's nice. Everybody likes to go where people know your name.
Yeah, it's
hello.
true.
It's
Shocker, right?
So it's the cheers of Maui
That's cute.
for coffee.
I love it. For coffee.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about my trip again, but I wanted to point out one thing. I flew in late. I flew on Hawaiian Airlines.
Not the same as Alaska.
They don't treat you like an MVP Gold.
They're
even though I
partners,
was the
though, right?
Paolani Platinum.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. They give you this little like pizza pocket thing for your food, and I literally barely got to the bathroom in time when I landed. The pizza pocket was rearing its ugly head,
Ooh.
and then you had to pay for your drinks. And I'm like,
Oh,
Alaska gives you a chocolate. Thanks for being MVP Gold and free drinks.
yeah.
So,
Why did you do that? Because of the time of the flight? You just booked
I wanted
it? You
to check it
try
out.
Yeah.
Because they're partners.
So you won't do it again unless you really need to.
Yeah, Alaska's the way to go. I love Alaska Airlines.
I do too.
I love Alaska Airlines.
I do. Alaska Airlines is the best. I've had an Alaska Airlines credit card since I was like 18.
Hey, you got the miles, baby.
I got my miles, baby.
Well, you got to give me the miles. Give me the mile number.
Yeah.
I got to get you on the flight thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I'm talking about this is because I got home late, about 9:30 p.m., and got home. My wife was asleep. Daughter was studying for her AP exam. I said, I'm going to go to the bar.
Oh, as one does.
Yeah, but...
Also, it's like 6:30 Seattle or Maui time.
Sure,
right?
sure. But it was 9:30 Seattle time, which is unusual for me.
Yeah.
And I really hate surprising my bartenders.
Yeah.
By a late
Yeah,
night
like
visit.
when I got a text on my day off and Chris said, movie night. And I'm like, why is he there?
So anyway, that's the whole point of my story, Ashley, is that I went to Prost. Dan was working, and he saw me, and I was like, hi. And he's like, oh, God, what are you doing here? But it was movie night, and we've had movie night for about, 5 months now?
No, it's been over a year.
Over a year. See?
Because I remember, I know for sure he did a Cinco de Mayo themed movie last year. So I know it's been over a year. We've been doing it for a while.
I have never been to movie night. And I walked in, and they were watching the original Pink Panther.
That was a second movie. Yeah, yeah. That's how he gets people to stay. Is he shows the second feature is like a surprise good one that people want to stay for.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
I sat next to Peter, and who else was there?
Probably Erica and Chris were probably there.
Yeah, and anyway.
Jesse and Lori. Maybe?
Jesse and Lori were there. Yep. And I sat there and watched the original Pink Panther, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's weird because people walk in.
And they're like, oh my God,
what's
why is
going
this
on
so
here?
quiet?
And then they feel bad about talking, but then they start watching them. It was fun.
It's like you and I have talked about this. You walk into a bar and there's trivia and you automatically want to walk out, right?
Right.
And that's okay. We're not doing movie night every night. It's just Sundays at 8:00. Like, it's not like we're...
So Sundays at 8:00, go to Prost, watch a movie, drink some beer. Dan will make you some popcorn if you want.
Yep.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's too late for me.
That'll be the only one.
But it's like sitting on your couch with your friends.
Yeah.
Having beer served to you while you're watching a movie.
And he's good at picking movies that aren't like brand new. They're not too obscure though. It's not like you're watching some subtitled French movie. But they're like for instance, the first movie was Clue. He showed Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels recently.
Yeah.
Snatch.
Oh. Freshly rolled joint. I got a little.
Who rolled that?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
User error.
It's fine. It works.
Anyway, so today we're talking about expect the unexpected.
Right.
And, when you're bartending, you kind of get all your, for lack of a better term, your mise en place in place before you open.
Mise en place.
Mm-hmm. Whether you're the opener or not, you might come in for a mid or a closing shift. And you're, got to be prepared mentally, physically.
And you flip that little sign around from closed to open.
Yep. Or if you come around the corner to walk in the bar and it's like gangbusters.
Yeah.
Or slow as fuck. You never know what you're going to get.
Yep.
And that's the way it goes. So, you just got to be ready. So.
And you try to prepare.
Yeah.
We try, but you never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
If the sun is shining, if it's raining, if it's a holiday weekend, the Monday's off. Is Sunday going to be busy?
Is
Do you
Chris out of
staff up?
town?
Am I out of town? Is Amy out of town? Is Carl out of town?
If 3 of our customers are out of town,
It makes a huge difference.
it definitely changes the feel.
And
for
the,
sure.
the owner's comp goes way down.
It does.
So
Woo!
you should be happy when I'm out of town. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so one of the things that happens to us quite often, and I do love these, are pub crawls.
Oh God, do you? You love watching them? Have you ever served one?
No.
You know, I will say
I've been in a few.
we've talked about the boot in the last episode. We talked about Das Boot.
Yeah.
The boots are
Good for
pub crawls because when you're busy and a big group just wants to come in and do a boot, it's actually kind of nice.
Well, let's bring her back. Maybe it'll be a poll question on our gram. So you can DM us on the gram or do a poll question if you want the boot back. Because the boot is fun. And there's a bunch upstairs. I just saw that.
There's a fuck ton, yeah. Yeah, we've got some Polliner and some Bitburger ones.
I say bring back the boot. Fuck it. Anywho.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe.
so pub crawls.
Maybe.
So we're gonna discuss a few pub crawls that came through Prost that have been I think pretty.
Yeah, what was the
awesome.
one you were there for recently with that? It was like that scavenger hunt thing?
Yeah, so it was a scavenger hunt. They were all dressed kind of like minions. So they had all the minion stuff.
One of them left that banana hat forever in the back of the bar. And
Is it still there?
No, I finally threw it away.
And they had this it was like a bingo card sheet.
Yeah.
That had things they needed to do at the bars and to get their bingo. And it's like buy 4 shots of tequila, take a picture with the bartender.
Yeah.
All this fun stuff.
Yeah.
And it depends. Let me preface what I said about liking the pub crawls. It depends on what number we are.
Oh,
if we're towards the
100%.
beginning of a pub crawl, great.
Do you remember when we used to do the bus tour?
Oh,
the,
God.
The beer week one?
Velton's
bus tour. If you were the what do you call that when you're in a race, you're the last one?
The anchor.
If you're the anchor, oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
A lot of vomit.
So these guys came
piss.
through dressed up as minions, and they were so sweet, so happy. And also, the really good thing about pub crawls is there's always a time limit.
Yeah,
Unless you're the anchor.
I will admit that's kind of nice. The only downside is if you're already busy as a bartender and a pub crawl comes in and there's a time limit, it can be kind of tough because you can only move so fast.
Right.
You can move fast, but so fast.
A bar our size, it depends on how busy the bar is already. So
are you referring to 2 weeks ago when Juno and Kim were working and a 40 top of Vikings walked in the door?
Oh, see, there you go. Viking pub crawl.
That we had no idea was coming in. It was one of the guys' birthdays, and they all walked in, and Mike Baker and Emily happened to be there, and they went over and bought him a bunch of burgers, and they were like,
nice.
"Oh my god!"
Well, speaking of burgers, let's do one.
Okay,
we're doing the beverage armada. Well, sort of, with the joint. Does that count?
Sure. Sure. Why not?
One time when I first started, I don't think I even participated in a pub crawl. I was young and I didn't know, and the Drunk Santa pub crawl came through.
Oh yeah, we get those.
Man,
yeah.
Those guys go for it.
Yeah, they.
Speaking of go for it, let's go for it.
Cheers.
We need to come up with a song that we play during that because that's 4-5 seconds of silence.
I could have just made sounds the whole time.
No, missed.
Because my fucking neck hurts. Did I say that already?
Yeah, you're bitching like an old man.
Oh my god, it hurts. That was hard to do.
So Santa pub crawl is great because there's naughty Santa, there's sexy Santa, and there's all the Santas, and it's fucking hilarious because I love Christmas, as everyone knows. And getting Santa's drunk made me really happy. Yeah. I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know.
Have you ever, especially now that there's multiple places on Finney, when you're working and you look out and your bar's not very busy, let's say it's a little busy or even dead, and you look out and you see a bunch of people dressed the same?
Yeah.
Like, fuck. They're coming here at some point.
Yep, they sure is.
Let's go now. As soon as you can, please.
And the best thing to do is give them a boot.
Das Boot. Oh.
We're bringing the boot back. We're going to, again, poll question.
Das
Sorry,
Boot.
I just got to. I just
Boot.
love that. I just got to keep playing it.
Shoe.
That's a boot. What other? Oh, we always get the Oktoberfest themed pub crawls, which I find completely fucking lame.
And they're always in October.
It's like, well,
were the obvious. Well, do you remember that one a couple years ago that was on a Saturday afternoon, and they had rented a bus, and the bus was taking them to all the German-themed places in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
So they started at Prost. They had pretzels. Actually, it was a pretzel tour.
Pretzels.
It was
right.
a pretzel tour, and I had to break it to them
and they
at
had
Coffee Clutch.
grade sheets.
They're like, we're going to Skull next.
They have their pretzels.
And then after that, we're going to this place. I was like,
yep. I think Ryan House was the only one that makes their own
makes
pretzels.
their own, yeah. Russell's makes their own. Joe makes his own pretzels once a week on the
Fucking Joe does everything. He doesn't listen anymore. He was a guest. He don't listen no more. The people at Russell's, they don't give a shit about us.
God, that's funny.
That's fine. But what I was going to say is that my passion with lederhosen, when they dress up like that, the worst thing to do, don't ever do this, is for Halloween, wear your lederhosen.
Yeah.
Because lederhosen, it's not a costume.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. So don't forget that. Don't wear your fucking hosen out for Halloween, or you won't get candy at my door.
Unless it's a pun. My friend once dressed up. He was Prost Malone. So he got all the Post Malone tattoos on his face. And
that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So it was like a pun, but that's okay. I had to okay that one with you. I was like, just so you know, he's going to compete in the contest, but it's not about the lederhosen. It's a funny joke.
So pub crawls, yeah. I mean, I love them. Bring them on.
Yeah.
Come to Prost. We're always happy to see you. Be respectful. Don't cut in line.
Oh my God.
Usually people are really cool in pub crawls so they know they're putting you out for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to hit it and quit it and get the fuck out of here.
You want to know what the best thing is?
No.
Best.
I don't.
Is when 20, 30, 40 people walk in your tiny bar and you're like, oh, this is the end of time.
Yeah, this is it.
And then you make it through and one guy hands you a card and goes, can you put it all on this?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. That's like, that's hot. That's hot.
That's hot.
That's hot.
It happens.
One payment, please.
People,
Actually, nowadays
they're
it
adults
happens
now.
a lot.
They're
now there's all
adults.
those ways you can pay, like with Venmo, and then they have all those apps where you can split it up based on like how many couples and shit like that.
We love technology.
Oh God.
Okay, so that's pub crawls. Another thing that happens often, especially at Prost Finney, is when your neighbor bar, the 74th Street Ale House, maybe their shitter broke or something.
Shitter's broke. Oh, you mean like your old place?
What?
Echo? Or Martino's, I
Thanks.
guess.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Bring both up.
Well, for some reason, Echo.
You know, it's funny. It was going to be an Italian restaurant called Vicino. That was.
Oh, you told me that.
And we should have done that.
You wanted pasta so bad.
We got hoodwinked by our partner who thought he was a good Mexican chef and whatever. But Teddy texted me the other day because he's in charge of all our URLs, and I like to buy URLs, get drunk and buy URLs.
Yeah, don't say some of them out loud. Or else I have to bleep them again.
We've known, yeah. Anyway, he said
that one's been sold.
He said, yeah, sold. He said, "What's fatnuts.net?"
What?
You don't know this? So
is it spelled PH?
PH, fat nuts. And I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, is that a porn thing? And I said, oh, no, Teddy. I remember I called him and I said, we got to keep that one. He's like, why? I said, because about 15 years ago, I wanted to open a donut shop. And my wife lovingly calls donuts fat nuts. So my vision for this place is called Chris's Fat Nuts. Can you imagine the neon sign?
Oh my God.
Couple of donuts right here.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We would sell more merchandise than donuts.
Yeah.
Chris's Fat Nuts coming soon. Anybody knows how to make a donut? Let me know because we need to do that.
Are you still going to do your Christmas tree farm?
In the hut?
Yeah. You should have somebody come out and do like those little donut, like at a fair where they have a little donut thing. That'd be kind of cute at the same time. Little fat nuts. Little fat nut
stand.
Fat nut holes.
So anyway, when the ale house closes or they close for their holiday party, they don't tell us.
Yeah.
And then all the old fucks that go to the ale house stumble in.
Come into our
Thank
bar.
God we have that ramp thing because they need walkers
but
and everything.
there's no railing.
And then they want to drink an ale, an IPA. What IPAs do you have?
Yeah, no, most of them, they're pretty good about knowing. I mean, it's not the first. I mean, the ale house is just like us, has had to close for different things. And
right.
So I'm sure it's not like we tell them when we close.
Nope.
So, feelings mutual.
Sorry, Morgan.
Yeah.
But then, your neighborhood, you have to keep really focused on what's in the neighborhood. So a new restaurant opens. So across the street, when my two failed restaurants that Ashley brought up, Echo and Martino's.
Sorry.
It was taken over by Karuna, who opened up Sofan.
Yep. Karuna of Oliver's Twist. He owns. Everyone knows who Karuna is.
Yep, Cambodian restaurant that knocked it out of is knocking it out of the park.
Knocking it.
So when they first opened,
James Beard nominated.
Yes, he's really proud of that.
Yeah.
As he should be.
Yeah.
So they opened. We're like, what's going to happen across the street? And a line forms before they open. We're like, oh fuck.
And if you've been in Echo or Martino's, you know that there's not a
lot of people
waiting.
that went there.
Yeah. Well, no. So there was a lot of waiting room there, but now it's not because they've filled it with tables. No. So fun that they pretty much reserve or every single seat, even including bar seat, is taken. So there's not like, oh, go get a drink at the bar before.
Correct.
It's kind of the one downfall for them, which, is what it is there. And so they send them to us.
Yeah, we're the waiting room.
We're the waiting room for Sofan. That's been like the joke.
What's that Fugazi song? I'm in the...
I don't even know who Fugazi is, if I'm being really honest with you.
I am a patient boy. I wait. It's the one Fugazi song.
I don't even know who Fugazi is.
Well, they had one song called Waiting Room. Let's look it up.
I will say, though, it's funny because you can tell. In the beginning, we didn't know because it was pretty much only on the weekends that this would happen for the most part. And it'd be Friday night. Friday nights were already busy. And we'd be like, God, there's a lot of couples in here. Again, not that unusual, but after about a week or two of Fridays, we realized, these people are like, we'll take one beer and then like within seconds try to hand us their credit card. Yeah. Can we pay? And sometimes don't even finish their drinks because they're getting a call that their table's ready.
Right.
And so Fawn was still trying to figure out like their wait times and stuff. And so you could tell that it was like a little more unexpected. And we were like, God, why are these people like ordering and then like bouncing super fast? But it was nice because the turnover was fast.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And they
bring on the next couple.
They probably order cocktails.
Yeah, a lot of them. Well, yeah, a lot of cocktails. Although they walk in and read the room.
Yeah.
Okay, German bar, give me a German beer.
So thanks, Sofan, for sending us your overflow. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. We'll take care of them. And congratulations on your success, Karuna.
Yeah. The other restaurant, were you going to talk about?
Well, down the street, there's a Finney Station.
Which faces west.
It's a
2
really
stories.
Interesting build out, if you ask me.
It gets perfect sun.
You have to wait in line to get a drink, which I really don't like.
Especially when the sun's out.
So when the sun's out, that place gets full.
It's pretty nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we get their overflow.
Yep.
Or people don't want to wait in no line.
Yep.
And then when it rains, we get their people because they have really no covered seating. So
yeah, they do, but it's not. It's definitely a lighter amount.
So you always got to be aware of what's happening at the places around you.
Yeah.
We have a new place opening up on Finney Ridge, which we're excited about.
Ooh, Grillbird.
Yes. They have a place in a location in West Seattle, and they're crushing it. It's like a Hawaiian teriyaki with a new salad spin-off area.
I saw that. That's going to be cool.
So Grillbird, we're excited for you to come to the hood.
Yes, very excited.
We don't think that it's going to impact our business, but it's definitely going to impact my...
You're going to see us there a lot.
5 o'clock call from my wife. What's for dinner tonight? Grillbird.
Yeah. Your wife's going to love those salads, too.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Those salads are good. I've seen some of the photos.
I can't wait for Grillbird. Keep it going. They have a lot of... I walked by there. They tiled that fucker up. You know how I love tile.
You love some Subway tiles.
It looked good, and the guy was out there fucking cutting tile, and I almost asked him if I can help because I really miss tiling.
You miss tiling? I've never thought I've ever hear you say that. You and Zach were complaining.
Well, it's hard.
Yeah.
But anywho.
It's a lot of work.
Anyway, so Grillbird's coming. Look forward to that. Finney Ridge.
Yep.
We have a new segment we're gonna roll out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we do.
Yeah,
I forgot about this.
We're not doing the joke of the day today.
Yep.
We have a new segment that's good.
Oops, I got drunk again.
I drank all my beer. I made a few friends. So yes, you got it.
We recorded that earlier.
The new segment is called "Oops, I Got Drunk Again." And not only we're going to tell stories about us getting drunk, which there'll be a lot of those.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about other people getting drunk.
It could be any story. A story from the bar that is legal to tell.
Yeah,
a story that we've heard from maybe somebody else. It could be a story from way in our past. It could be anything. A story from a friend with, the really bad ones I'm going to say were somebody else, but the people that know me, they were me.
We got approval from Carl today to talk about, because he actually proposed it when we talked about the segment yesterday.
He's like, oh, like this one? And
like,
we were
how
like,
about this one? So we have our neighborhood Christmas party thing.
Like your neighbors.
My neighbors.
Like the people that live over by
It's
you.
a 4-house
Like a block party thing.
Progressive.
Progressive block party
Yep.
kind of thing.
And my house is always the anchor
Yep.
because that's where we stay, get fucked up and smoke weed.
Yeah.
And Carl got fucked up and smoked weed. And he Irish goodbyed, but he Irish goodbyed through the back door, which was smart, I think, because maybe no one saw him do that. But then in my backyard, you have to go past the chicken coop.
Yeah.
And I think he spent some time with the chickens a little bit because he let them out. He let them out.
Oh, shit.
And then I guess he was playing with the chickens, or who knows what happened with Carl. He ended up walking further and fell into my bush between the house and the fence. There's no camera out there, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
But he fell in the bush, and I heard this noise, and I'm like, what is going on? And I went outside, and the chickens are loose, which was fun to get the chickens back in the coop at, I don't know, 11 o'clock.
When you're also shit-faced.
Yep, and finding Carl in my bush. So, Carl,
Nothing like finding Carl in a bush.
don't fuck up my landscaping.
Cheers.
That was
what's the word again?
That was
That was
unforgusaying or something. Whatever.
Unforgusaying.
Yeah. Unforgusaying. So yeah, where's my
So it's funny that you say that Carl's story is about a bush, because mine is too.
fucking bush league.
That's Amy's joke.
Good job, Amy.
Good job, Amy. Amy gave us that joke yesterday. We got to give her credit.
Let's talk about your bush story.
So when I started working for you, I had, as everyone has heard, I used to work for Tutabella for 10 years. And they wanted to throw me like a going away thing, my staff at the last one that I worked at Westlake, but other people were invited. And I had already started working for you. It was probably like 2 weeks into working for you, but it was a scheduling thing. Going away party was up on Capitol Hill. We closed down this place. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like 1:40, and there's a QFC across the street. So a bunch of people in our group go across the street and buy a bunch of bottles of red wine.
Oh.
We close out at this place. It's now 2 a.m. or a little after. I'm so drunk. We're on kind of North Capitol Hill near the park.
Ooh.
And we all walk where those like rich people live with the hedges.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're all hammered, and we're trying to get to the park to drink wine in the park, as one does.
Yeah. Like a hobo.
And I'm walking with a friend of mine who used to work for me, and she goes, "Have you ever been bush diving?"
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like,
Maybe.
"No. What? Why would you ask me that?"
I've been bush diving.
Yeah, exactly. And I said,
no more bush these days. There's no bush anymore.
No. So I said,
Which I'm okay with.
I said, "No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?" And she goes, No, not that. And I said, "Oh, okay. Thank God. I thought this was about to get weird."
Want to ask you a long story. I got time for another beer.
Yep. And I said, "No." She goes, "No, what you do is you go up to these bushes, those hedges, and you dive into them back first, like land in them." So I go for it,
Like
and
a
I
pole
land.
vaulter.
Yeah, I didn't pick a good bush. Landed right on a fire hydrant,
Ooh.
right like 2 inches from my tailbone.
Ouch.
On my ass.
Ouch.
I had like a bruise the size of like a fucking grapefruit on my ass, and I almost died because I bush dived.
Wouldn't that be
almost
funny
broke
to
my
call
spine.
911 and the fire department comes and
They're like, "Another
there's-
bush diver."
who hit a fire hydrant? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Well, while Ashley's doing that, I'm going to sip on my beer some more, maybe smoke this joint. Yeah.
I got over there and the video had already stopped, so hopefully you didn't miss my bush diving story.
It stopped?
Yeah, but I think barely. I think
Okay.
barely.
All right, we're back. That was fun. That was a fast one.
Hey, at least we plugged the audio in this time.
That's, we hope.
We hope. I mean, I say it and
29 episodes, guys. We got this figured out.
got this figured out.
Figured out. All right, back to the topic of the day, which is expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Weather in Seattle's funny, right?
Yeah.
And we have to prepare for weather. We get a lot of it. We get a lot of weird shit. But the snow day.
Oh, yeah, which we have talked about, but it's a good, there's more than the one snow day, of course, but.
Yeah, there's probably one a year or two a year, maybe none a year.
Yeah.
And you don't know when it's going to happen
last
because
year.
the weather system here doesn't, the people that monitor the weather don't monitor the weather very well. Turns out, this is going to be shitty today. It's blue skies and sunny.
No. You got to go to the Cliff Mass blog. Cliff Mass is
Nerd.
a nerd, but
Yep.
he knows what he's talking about.
So we live on a hill up on Finney Ridge, elevation 274 feet. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that. That's why sometimes it's snowing there and not at my house in Ballard.
Correct. And when the problem with the hill is when it snows, people can't leave.
Yeah, and you can't get up it either. How about those of us that don't live up there?
Then you're fucked.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
No, you're fucked. Your bar won't open.
So people want to drink on snow days. It turns out. And there have been times when I've walked past Prost in the morning and during a snow day, because I like to shovel the walk.
Yep.
Keep it clean, safe for the neighbors. And people have begged me to open the bar. And back in the day, I'm like, fuck it.
Are those the voices in your head?
Yeah, me, my friends.
Come on, Chris, open the bar.
So I've opened the bar before, just unannounced for like 5 people.
Yeah.
And it's super fun.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Do you remember, well, you were gone. I'm pretty sure your family was in Maui. It was definitely a couple years ago since the pandemic. And we got that ice storm.
Oh, I was gone, yeah.
You were gone. And when I knew Carl couldn't walk with clamp-ons past Ken's,
Problem.
that's when you know the bar can't open.
It's almost more weird that Carl has clamp-ons.
No, it's not weird.
It's not weird.
I think Carl probably owns everything. Okay, so the snow day story that we're going to tell, because we've told it before, but it's funny.
It is funny.
Elise was supposed to work with me on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
She lived in West Ballard and took 2 buses to get to work. Left with enough time, but the buses were like spinning out and shit. So she was running late. So I'm there alone, no big deal, I'll survive. And Chris was there with your wife and your daughter.
Yeah.
At table 2.
I talked him into coming to snow day.
At table 2, I remember this vividly. And everyone's ordering Bloody Marys and all these drinks and stuff, which is fine. But everybody was just so happy we were open. That's the thing is nobody's mad.
Yep.
They understand why I'm the only one working. They get it. Like nobody is confused, not one soul. And you're like, hey, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And I was holding it together. I looked good. And then your wife wouldn't.
I look good.
I look good. I mean, I was in the weeds, but I was, I survived. And your wife was finally like, no, you got to go help her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got this. So I jump behind the bar and I'm like, Ashley, what do you need? And you're like, I got so much food. Just get to the bar. And I said, okay, cool.
I can pour a beer.
Yeah, I can pour a beer. Like fucking the best of them.
Yeah, you can.
And Matt Miller decides to order a shot of Jameson. And
hey, Matt, can I get you another beer? No, I'll take a shot of Jameson, though.
And for some reason, I was unable to figure out how to pour a shot.
You know now, though, I think. Roughly. You know better, at least.
4 count. I got it.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember. I read a book once.
Yeah. But
so yeah, snow days are great. We have some picture somewhere where there are people cross country skied to the bar.
Yep.
And the bar is full of snow, and the windows are fogged up, and there's skis in front of the bar.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is why we have
This
bars.
is why.
This is why we have neighbored bar, because we're there for you.
Yeah.
We will open early and get you drunk and watch you slip your ass all the way home.
We need another, God forbid, I do
Snow
not
day?
wish another snow day upon us, because they are very stressful for us, especially me. I feel like me and Chris probably, just because I'm like trying to get the bar open, but some of my employees do not. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad. Some of our employees
Dan Hart
don't live
always says,
close.
me and Teddy, me and Chris, that drives me crazy.
I mean, I live close, but like the next closest person lives in like the U district, so like nobody's close.
Yeah,
So, like,
so
it's
getting your
fairly far.
employees to work is fucking
It's
hard.
really hard. So it's that fine edge of trying to see who can be there and safely, and then leave safely is the other thing too, because at night it gets cold and icy. So
old Chris Martino and I, we've had our past, but the Nick would always open for snow days.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to open up, and he would actually go drive and pick up people.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it, you are coming to fucking work.
Yep.
And that was respectful.
Yeah.
Respectful.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Respectable. Yeah. I've heard of tons of other managers and people doing that. It makes sense to just have like one person that knows that their car is going to make it, and less cars out there, and it's good.
Yeah, it's fun. But then the weather also, like, oh, is it going to be sunny? What's going to happen? Are we going to get busy? Or are people in their yards? It's rainy.
Yeah.
Are people going to come out of their houses? They want to be in a cozy bar.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. The first hot day of the year, we're always dead as fuck.
Yeah, until later.
Yeah, until the sun goes down.
And you don't expect, so if you're dead because it's sunny, don't phase your coworker.
You have to be
because
careful.
when the sun starts setting and they're done with their yard work, they're fucking thirsty.
Yeah.
It's a dusty trail out there.
It's a dusty
when it's sunny. As old Tommy Griffith would say,
yeah.
It's a dusty trail out there, son. Yeah, but you have to be careful of the weather because you never know
Yes.
what's gonna. And the biggest thing in the restaurant business when you look at it was slow last night. What happened? Oh, it rained. Oh, it was sunny.
It's the same excuse but a different weather pattern.
You always blame the weather if it was dead or busy.
It is one of the first things. It's sort of like small talk. It's like, oh, how's the weather? It's like, oh, what happened last night? The weather.
Yep.
Whatever it was, that's what happened.
So there are all the unexpected things that happen.
Yeah.
That you're like, okay, we got to just fucking roll with it and deal with it.
Yep.
But then there are the expected things.
That become kind of unexpected.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. You know it's coming, and you thought you planned, but maybe you didn't plan hard enough.
One thing we always plan for is the car show, the Greenwood Car Show, which is a fabulous event. It's this year, June 28th. Mark your calendars. It's the largest car show on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's so nuts. Still blows my mind.
They block off 60 from like 65th all the way to like
90th, I think.
Or 90th, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a really long. I mean, those cars are packed in like sardines too.
It's a fantastic car show.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Check it out. But with the car show, it's funny. So we staff up big league. I mean, to quote our wonderful president, big league.
I need you to never use those words together. Wonderful. So, there's pretty much 3 of us working at all times, if not sometimes more. Last year we had the Euro Cup at the same time.
That's always fun when 2 events overlap each other.
That was rough.
At the Ridge, we staff up big time, big league.
Yeah, you guys do slices.
And we do slices out the back door.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
Really out the front door for those wondering.
Well, it's kind of the trash door, actually.
Oh, okay, so you're right. The side door. The side door.
But grab a slice and walk around and look at cars. But we're always super prepared for it because it's never a disappointment.
Yeah.
Even when it rains, people still go.
Yep.
And they want to come to the bar because it's rainy, or if it's too hot, they come to the bar because it's too hot.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. But when I first
feel like it's always hot. It's always hot.
It's rained a couple times.
I know.
But the first car show, I was working by myself. This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
And I opened up, and it was busy. It wasn't like it is now because people didn't know about Prost. So people would come in and they'd say, what is it? They're from Puyallup.
Yeah.
Whatever. Renton.
Renton.
And
what is this shit?
Where are we? Can I get a Budweiser? I'm like, no. We don't have that kind of beer here.
You got Coors Light?
Nope.
No, not that either.
Bud Light? Nope. So I'm like, just relax. Let me pour your beer. You're going to love it. And you pour them a Bitburger with the beautiful head on. They're like, okay. And they drink it. They're like, this is so good.
Yeah.
And then what you see is they only come once a year.
But they remember.
But now they know.
Yeah.
And they're like, and some people have told me they look forward to the car show because they can come to Prost and have a Bitburger.
Yeah, these car people are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Like they show up at the same time. They park their car in the same spot if they're bringing a car.
Yep.
A lot of these people aren't bringing a car. They could just be there for the show. And yeah, they will come to Prost and they have their beer to start the day, or they have their beer, partway through the day. And I've worked quite a few of them now, and there are people that I recognize that have only been there once a year, every year.
I love it. And we have all the Volkswagens and Porsches out in front of Prost.
Yeah.
I got my cars out there. Hopefully I get the Porsche running this year.
Yeah.
The brakes are seized. So I got to figure that out.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yep.
Got to figure that out. I think you got to get it out there.
But Nick has his bus out there with his dad and his Porsche. It's fun. We get out there at 5 a.m, set the cars up, and it's a wonderful day. I look forward to the car show every year. June 28th this year. Mark your calendars. The Greenwood Knights put it on. They do a tremendous job. We've been a sponsor the whole time.
Yep.
So that's great, and we're always ready for it.
Yep, we are. That's one that we're ready for. And I feel like that one is easy. Not easy because there are some unexpected things that can happen, but for the most part, like we're ready. Like that one's a little bit more predictable. Same with World Cup and Euro Cups. Like those are sort of predictable.
Yeah.
Especially World Cup, I think.
Let's talk about the old football.
Yeah. Oh, your favorite topic.
Because it's coming up on us again. And
except this one isn't World Cup. We're about to have FIFA Club Cup.
Whatever. I don't know.
They've never done it before. It's a bunch of clubs.
The pros are going to play the amateurs, essentially.
Yeah, it's like clubs all over the world. So it's people that, guys that play for Chelsea or Bayern, FC Bayern, that might play like... There was one team that's playing the
minor
Sounders
league
called
team, the Sounders.
Botafogo. Never even heard of them in my life.
They're better than the Sounders.
They are better. I think they are.
Well, amateur sports versus professional sports. You know how I feel about minor league soccer.
Oh God.
So yeah,
Major League Soccer.
Whatever. So you never know.
Yeah.
You have a game coming up. You're like, who's going to come out for this game?
Right.
Germany is always packed, which is fun and predictable and super rad.
Yeah.
But one time I remember we had the Germany game on. The bar was packed with people, and these two guys came in and they said,
"Why aren't you showing the Mexican game?"
"Why aren't you showing the Mexican game? Mexico is playing. Why isn't it on?"
Because we're a fucking German bar.
And what did the guy say?
But the owner's Mexican.
So, thank you. I'm not.
His last name's Navarro.
Navarra.
No, he says Navarro.
I
though.
know. I tan well.
Yeah.
And I am 1/16 Panamanian.
Look at you.
Yep. So
Yeah.
call it Panamonium.
But yeah.
Not Mexican, but
Not Mexican.
But then Germany ended up playing Mexico in that match.
Yes, they
and
were in
those
the same
guys
group.
came in,
Yeah.
like 3 of them, and like 500 German fans.
Yeah.
And they beat Germany,
Yeah.
and they were fucking loud
Yeah.
and in everyone's face.
I remember they were behind Jeff Hart and they kept like bumping him because it was like standing room only. The look on Jeff's face. Was
Sorry,
like,
Gio.
Fuck these guys.
And then we try to put a TV outside because
Oh
people can't
my
get
God.
in,
Don't
and
even
which is
get me
rad.
started. Are
And-
we gonna have to do that this year?
Fuck yeah, we is.
Oh, we better figure that out now.
Yep. So the TV outside is on like a different thing.
It's streaming instead of cable.
So we have to sync up the audio.
Oh my God.
Which is really fun.
Because when people are watching soccer, the hype for the goal.
And if a goal gets scolded.
Yeah. The bar will let the people outside
Yep,
know.
Yep. Or the people outside let the bar know.
The bar know, yeah.
And then which is good because no one really watches soccer.
No. You don't watch soccer. Everyone in the bar is staring at
When a
bated
goal is
breath.
going to happen, you want to be prepared for it because otherwise you're watching people run around and
No.
it's boring as
I think
fuck.
it's I wish that's the way it was, but nobody wants to know. You want to experience it when it's happening.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So we have to figure out that
we
audio.
sync up those motherfuckers. I think the technology has changed where we can do it's going to be better.
You know what I think we should do?
Tell me.
I just thought of this right as we're recording.
Oh my God, should we write it down?
We should just get a speaker that is plugged into the TV audio that goes out the windows and just turn off the hut volume.
Carl, you're on it. Thanks, Carl. Carl's a good lad.
Except it still doesn't help with the TV being off. That was a dumb idea. Okay, let's continue.
So World Cup Club.
Yes.
Coming soon, end of May.
No, June 14th is the first game.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
June 14th is the first game, so we'll be open.
It's the first game. The first game we'll be open for is Sunday the 15th. We'll open early for the Bayern match. I think it's at 9 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. The schedule makes me really confused.
But hey, it's not in Qatar, so the games aren't at 5 o'clock in the morning. Remember when you and I had to open
People
for
still showed up.
I know, and just drank coffee.
Coffee. That shitter is not the same. Also, with car show, people take their morning shits at Prost.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Are you open?
Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Oh, God. What else we got?
Oh, another thing that happened to me before I worked for you.
At Tudabella.
We were lucky enough to win this award, which was Pizzeria of the Year by Pizza Magazine.
Ooh.
Pizza Today magazine? I forget what it's called. It was a really big deal
publication.
because you think there's a lot of Irish bars in the States. There's a fuck ton of pizza restaurants.
I have 3.
Yeah, And so to be nominated, let alone win, is like a massive deal. And so we won. And as a thank you, the owner and like the management, and I think this is before I was managing. They decided to do this thing called Free Pizza Week.
Oh, free pizza. I love free pizza. I love pizza.
One free pizza for every table that comes in.
Wow.
No limit. So like they could come in and say, I'll take one of every topping, and it's Neapolitan pizza, which that doesn't work.
All right.
And we had to try to discourage them as servers. They gave us some tools of like how to deal with it. Unfortunately, it was a fucking shit show. We would run out of dough like halfway through the day, and the dough we used was 3-day dough. There was one day where the women's shelter in downtown Seattle is 5 blocks from the Tudabella on Westlake.
Oh, so they wanted their free pizza.
And they wanted to come. So it turned into a thing, and we had to like bring them pizza because it was we're in South Lake Union, so it's really busy with Amazon people, and we have that chef's counter. And per table, one free pizza, quote, per table. So people would walk in together.
That's a stupid idea.
People would walk in together, and they're like, I go, a table for 4? And they're like, no, we're all not together. And these techies would come to the bar or to the restaurant and say, you guys want to, like, they'd be in their office and go, let's go have some free pizza, but we're not going to sit together. And they'd all come in and ask for a separate table so that they could each. It was a shit show.
Okay,
so you can
don't do free pizza day.
Yeah, week.
My
It
God.
was a whole week. I think every person that worked there cried at least once.
Oh, did you cry?
Yeah, on the last day I finally cried because this woman called. I'm not going to get into that.
No.
Okay.
I know that.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
So I think, oh my God, what we want to talk about, is that you never know.
You never know.
What's going to happen.
So you have to be fully prepared.
You have to be fully prepared. And I looked up a little quote.
Of course you did.
And old Ben Franklin, not only did he invent the light bulb.
Old Ben.
On the C note. He's on the C note. Is he? Yeah.
What's the C note?
$100 bill.
Oh, okay.
Let me look.
I got a couple of those. They're over there.
Anyway, he said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Dun, dun, dun.
That's true.
That's true. So always be prepared for the absolute worst or some case best, because you never know when you flip that sign over. Well, you know that Chris is going to be there, and then Amy's going to show up. Oh, Carl's going to show up, and then Amy's going to. That you can count on.
Yeah.
But other than that, you don't know what's going to happen after.
You can
that.
only yeah.
And hopefully they're prepared, because I want to enjoy my bit burger and not stress out.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, so that's that for that.
Mm-hmm.
We have exciting news. We're taking the pod on the road.
Oh my God, we're going to record a live episode. Do we need to practice or something?
No, I did the live one from Prost Portland by myself.
Are we going to pack all this shit? What the fuck?
You're going to bring all the shit.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, because you're going before.
Yeah, a big old bag. That's your fucking bag. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So we're going to Boise, Idaho for Prost Boise's 10-year anniversary party. I can't believe it's been, actually, it seems like it's been longer than 10 years, actually.
It does feel like a long
But Prost
time.
Boise is my second favorite bar of my my group.
Look at you being honest.
It's a beautiful bar, awesome back bar with brick. Old TJ sales. You know, TJ doesn't listen to the podcast.
Do you think he likes
nor
it to call
does
him old?
Nor does he watch the podcast, but he always comments on the podcast to me, and I'm like, you don't listen. He's like, I read the transcripts.
Oh my God! Somebody else needs to tell us if they do that, because I know somebody does.
Like, okay, what's the point of reading the transcripts of a podcast if you can't listen and hear what we do? Because we're funny, and I'm sure we're not funny on the fucking transcripts.
Well, he's a music guy, right?
I hate transcripts.
Is he a music guy?
No, he likes the Grateful Dead.
So does he listen to Grateful Dead and read the transcripts?
I don't think so. I think he's a reader.
You think he's raw dogging the transcripts?
TJ. Now you see his name all over the podscript.
TJ's raw dogging the transcripts?
I don't know what he's doing. He's a very busy man. He's has two little daughters. It's a lot. So anyways, we're taking on the road, and you're going to see old TJ and Missy. They're my partners in Boise, and I married them, and they met at Prost. You guys know the story, but now you're going to hear the story in more detail, because the episode is called Love Over a Half Liter.
We've been waiting to do this episode. We've been talking about this episode forever.
Can't wait. So we're going to be at Prost on
June 2nd.
June 2nd in Boise. So if you are in Boise, I know we have maybe one listener out of the 10s and 12s, maybe. In Boise, we'll be there. We're going to record during service. So that's going to be fun. We're going to hear people in the background yelling,
oh my God,
screaming.
it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be awesome. And then we're also going to go down to my other place called Matlack's.
Yep.
Because I know for sure one of the 10s and 12s is there.
Okay.
It's my GM. His name is RL, and he's fucking rad.
Yeah.
And he wants to be on the pod.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to go to Matlack's and have some tri-tip sandwiches.
Oh, I love this.
And drink some craft beer.
I've never been to Boise.
We do craft beer there.
Craft beer.
You never been to Boise, so you're going to be stoked.
I'm excited.
Boise is fucking rad. We're staying at this new hotel that just opened up down the street from Matlack's called the Renegade.
Ooh.
The Renegade. And I stayed there once. It's beautiful. Like, they got a rooftop deck with a bar.
Cool.
It's fucking rad.
God.
And the room, I got my room the first time. I'm like, what is this place? This is pretty fucking cool. And I get in this room, and literally the shower.
Oh my God, you've told this story.
Is in the middle of the room.
Oh my God.
And it's like, got like.
This is the sex shower, right?
Oh, yeah. It's got glass with like panes on it. It's like a bird cage.
Oh my God.
And it's in the middle of the fucking room, and there's no like way to dim the glass or whatever. It's like,
what the fuck?
you're out there. and I'm by myself. And I'm like, this is a great shower to have sex in. So I did.
No, you didn't. You got one of those pocket pussies in Germany?
Anyway, so we're staying at the Renegade Hotel. Ashley, I booked you a room last night. I
Awesome.
don't think it's with the birdcage bath because
Good.
that's a little expensive.
Yeah.
And the
You
pod,
got to pay extra
the
for that.
pod hasn't made any money yet. Sure good at spending it though.
Yeah.
So come to Boise on June 2nd and maybe Matt Lux on June 3rd. We're recording the pod on the road.
Yep.
I'm super stoked about it. And I think that's a
wrap. Let's wrap
so
her up.
TJ Sales, you're not going to be able to hear this music because you don't listen. You read the transcripts. So bye TJ. See you soon.
Bye, TJ. Other people listen to the song.